It really does taste like Coca-Cola. It does. Now, one second. Okay. No, the last time I I left a certain place. At the airport, there were two young men, apparently um, from a completely different source. Now, one caught my attention in the bus driving towards the airport. I was in my head, in my thoughts, and I realized that this person was looking at me. And when we arrived at the airport, this young man approached me and introduced himself with the name Sam. And well, he was talking about certain the importance of being protective um, of each other. He offered me help and gave me his phone number. And then, while in this short but very deep conversation, a man sitting on the floor was listening to our conversation, and the moment Sam left, I turned around and this man asked me for help. Um, he was, he had a little bit of money, and he asked me to get him a Coca-Cola. And then so I went and I sat down with him for a while and listened. He was living on the street after a fight. Was beaten there was a whole drama going on with an ex-wife or his wife, and well, very dramatic story, and after a very dramatic ending after a 10-year experience or something like that. He told me he was from Germany and gave me his address. After a while, he invited me for a cigarette, and he took off his shirt, and he was wearing another shirt with a snake. Cobra. He was sharing some. He told me that he was into. I have to check that now, but I think it was like so. So he knew about technology and about what. So he gave me some information about my phone, about the electromagnetic scanning that was going on in the attacks or the scanning of energies, and he was also speaking about piloting, something like that. It was a mixture of that. However, so then I had to leave to take the plane. He gave me a kiss on my forehead before I left. Now, I was out for a couple of days and came back, and then I needed help to leave this place. And Sam helped me. He bought me a flight, a ticket to France, Paris, and there we spent a night in a hotel. Very friendly. And he tested me. So we went to a Chinese restaurant, had good food, a lot of food. As much as we want. It's like these moving the dishes, yeah. You can take as much as you want. And so yeah, it was a very important conversation about. It was a little bit. We were talking business. I soon realized when he took off his shirt that so the colors red and black, and it definitely scares me a little bit. But and sometimes his energy scared me a little bit. But it was okay. He tested me, and we were on the stairs, and suddenly he was walking behind me on the stairs, and then he disappeared. And so I stopped. I noticed he was not around me anymore, and I stopped and I turned around and I went to look for him. And when I found him, he said I passed the test. Well, he did. When we were in that room, the room where we were sleeping in, it had a lot of posters and pictures of different countries around the world. And then the next day, he drove me in a white car. The thing with the cars, the black and white cars, was something that I've been seeing around since maybe then or even before that. He drove a white car. He said that he would teach me how to drive since I have no driving lessons. I tried a long time ago, difficult times. However, so he gave me some important information about something that was about to occur. And then I sat on a train and drove from France. A very special as well, like the faces you see, when you're traveling around. This nostalgia of certain people that you just see their spirit around, and maybe a foresight, a forefeeling of what's to come. A very happy energy there, a very exciting and nostalgic energy I was feeling on that trip. In the plane and in the different bus stations I walked through. So from France back to Spain. Hmm. Now, on the 9-hour bus travel to Barcelona, I entered the bus and I was supposedly to sit in the first row. But on my place, supposedly my place, it was full of baggage. So I mean, you don't really have a number, like you don't care. So I just went along and I found a place next to a man, an older man. And when we started our conversation, I believe the first thing he said, "Why did I not fight for my place?" And I said, "Well, it's not such of a big. I'm not so snobbish." um, this man, after a while, like he was like a little bit like he was a little bit. Uh, in a bad mood, like, or just somehow defensive and haggardly. And so after a while, though, traveling already, like leaving on the road, uh, this man fell asleep. And when sometimes like you fall asleep and your head is like going like this, and then you wake up because you realize like you have nothing to put you to lay on. So I offered him that he could have my shoulder, and his first reaction was like, no, 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 don't worry, don't worry, and he turned around. But a minute later, he turned around, and he had like these huge pupils, and he was shining and smiling at me. And he said he had never met anybody like this. And then our conversation started, and it was like the whole trip until the destination, like a 9-hour conversation basically. Um, and he asked me for, like, he said like, it became a friendship, advisor, an invitation to Morocco. I became his advisor for relationships. He asked me what to do in a situation where you are married to a woman that only wants money, and then there's another woman. There's a whole factor with religion, and this man is a mathematician, and so yeah, at some point, so he had to leave, but we exchanged contact, and we even had a couple of conversations, and why his presence is around. After that, this man knew exactly what was awaiting for me. After that, another young man sat next behind me, and we were talking about the mountains and hiking, and well, until I arrived to the city as well. Now I wonder, the other day I was like guided to mention this anecdote. There was time. Maybe there's something else I should mention. Let me see if I can do. Okay. There's a lot I held back from. Yeah, what was that? On the beach the other day? I woke up this morning from a dream. A reconstruction of an older previous gym, together with three girlfriends, and so we were entering. I was entering this building and checking it out. It was like a it was a fancy gym. It became a very fancy gym with different levels and stairs upwards. And well, so I mean the goal was martial arts. Okay, so I mean definitely training now, like to recover strong body. Definitely an invitation and a confirmation of that. And some fun. Okay. Is there another anecdote? Like I know there was so much. Um, there were so many downloads the other day. It was about okay, the information flow. It was so much. It just came like, whether it was telepathically or by spirit, and then the surrounding, and it was like a lot of it, and all at the same time. Um, yeah, I have to re. I have to go back there and see what I take of that. It was definitely about the reading of the energy around, about the patterns and the reprogramming as well. Um, I have to go back to that because that one I started that conversation on the beach, at the beach, and then I didn't feel ready. Okay, so let's see like the current energy. Justice and the Four of Pentacles. 6 of Cups and 4 of Pentacles. They're just very hard to. I'm aiming right now the. Well, okay, I mean, a couple of things, but definitely instruments. The next stop will connect me again with an instrument that I got myself. Okay, Tower and 6 of. Okay, let's take this. A nostalgic moment concerning a tower that is falling apart. A tower moment. A sudden change. A breaking out. Freedom. Letting go of what is no longer serving me. Unlocking consciousness. Let me see. Okay, these cards are just very difficult to handle. I'm gonna change. Let me see. Okay. We have stability and intuition guiding us, emotional fulfillment. Let's see the Ace of Spades, clarity. Okay, but definitely okay. This is for the Tower. Okay, so mental imprisonment or feeling imprisoned. There is a clarity or a cutting off of that. Okay, and a record deal. So, someone is feeling okay. Solar plexus again. Okay, so I mean there's an opportunity here. So yeah, this is as well like working on again like club energy, like as I said, like maybe even a whole change of the not just energetically, but as well physically. Like a strengthening of the body structure. Okay, someone is here. Definitely supporting energies here. Okay. I'm seeing Justice and Hermit. The seed of intention. What is this Two of Pentacles here? Okay. Grounding, okay. Okay. Maybe this is yeah, an interaction here. Emotionally, intuitively based interaction here. Something is I'm gonna take this back, but it has to do something grounding energies here, stability. Okay. Coming out of a situation that was like unfulfilling, yes, we're moving towards peace, mental peace, whatever this unfulfilled situation is. Here with the Tower. Clarify okay, this energy wanted to come out. Definitely. Okay, so energetically there's something being healed emotionally. Okay. There was an ending to a celebration or a lot of spell work here done. Again, this stability here. Okay. But this, okay. There is a working towards stability, for sure. Now, someone felt, okay, the pain by feeling a lack of it, of resources here. What is this? Okay, yeah, someone had to fight a lot here. What is the Seven of Swords? Space, Seven of Gloves. Someone being defensive here, protective over something, hiding something. They overcome this. They want to overcome this. Okay. There's like a. Okay. They couldn't take action. They couldn't work on this. What is this? Five of Maybe they had very little resources here and they couldn't take action. They hid this, or they had to lie about this, and they were leaving a place. Okay, maybe there's some information. Okay, or they were providing information, needed some information. There is research going on next phase here, for next phase. Okay, the conflict around, okay, stop. What is this, 5 of Cups? Why was there sadness around this opportunity here? Okay, maybe because there was like this 8 of Spades. Someone locked up in a certain way in a space. Immovable. What is this 7 of Spades here? They had to hide certain things because of conflict. Okay, again. This is where we're moving towards. Okay. Yeah, towards, so this taking of action towards the happiness and this peaceful. Yeah, okay. Again. There's an interaction gonna happen. A new beginning, okay. What is the 7 of Wands? Someone was not happy on something that they were working on. They wanted to start something new here that is emotionally fulfilling. Okay. What is the 7 of Wands here? Okay, they were defending this new beginning, maybe. Searching for, again, we have like this. Yeah. Taking a path of stability, emotional stability as well, and independence maybe. The path of intuition here. Guided by intuition. Yeah, seeing through this as well. This is reversed. Mirroring energy. Okay. Overcoming heartbreak. There's a victory over this. Whatever is being, yeah, there's like this putting in the effort into something here. The seed of intention is victorious. Someone is listening to as well, very in trustworthy guidance. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here.